Welcome to episode 8 of the Live Free with Rebecca Bush podcast. I am so excited to be joined today by Nadia. We are going to be discussing fierce immunity as well as many other exciting topics. We actually met through the Plandemic screening, which was a wonderful event. It was actually the third one, and just looking so gorgeous that night. It was such a special, wonderful evening. So I'm really excited to share with you all information about Nadia's journey. She's going to go a little in depth into this. And then also, we'll dive into this awesome product, which is really timely considering the fact that it's winter and people's immune systems are maybe not holding up so well in this weather. So let me just do this real quick. I am going to bring Nadia on and let her introduce herself. There we go. Yay. Hi, Nadia.
Hi, Rebecca. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining. I know it's like a really busy week leading up to the holidays, and I hope you and your family are having an awesome time this week in preparation for Christmas and New Year. And I'm really grateful to you for spending the time on the podcast. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
hopefully we don't get censored, because I did put Plandemic, since that's the name of the documentary and all of the topics and things. So I was kind of nervous about that. I'm like, oh, I know this goes on YouTube. Like, I wonder how that's going to end up. But
Right, right.
um,
Well, it's interesting because we've had a couple things that have just stayed on YouTube with that word, and so I don't know, maybe they're getting a little bit better, or maybe somehow we just have some angelic protection over us.
well, we're gonna hopefully we won't have to find out the hard way. So,
Yeah.
and we do have folks with us watching. So, folks, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll bring those up on the screen. I wanted, though, Nadia, if you could just share a little bit about yourself, and I'll let you take it away and introduce yourself and some of the projects that you're working on.
Oh, thank you. So I'm Nadia Salamanca, and first and foremost, I'm a mom and I'm a wife, and I'm also a film producer. And my family moved, escaped from California in 2020, actually, and yeah, I mean, like a lot of people, they were getting out of California because of what was happening there, and we were one of those families. And one of the main reasons why we left, unfortunately, was, me and my husband produced the film Plandemic series. As you mentioned before, there's actually 3 of them, and the first one came out in May 4th, 2020. And so that was a life-changing thing that happened for us. I'm so grateful for my husband, Mickey Willis, who was really the spearhead of creating this documentary at a time where a lot of people didn't know what was going on, and people were scared, and just this huge thing was happening all around the world. And also, I have to be just so grateful for Dr. Judy Mikovits, because the film really wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for her standing up for truth and sharing her journey. And so, this film was created during the lockdown. And what's interesting is, I don't think that the powers, or I don't even say the powers that be, but the people who basically were behind all the propaganda and all this fear and everything that happened in 2020, I don't think they really expected that people were going to wake up to what was really going on. And I think that the lockdowns actually helped with that awakening,
Yeah.
because everybody was just stuck in their homes, and they were just watching, all these alternative channels and all this information. And that's really when, you know, people, so many people woke up, which is a really powerful thing to have happen. And so, um, so that film came out, and that really just changed our life completely. And in California, lots of different things were coming down down the pipe in regards to, vaccine mandates already, and for kids and all of these things. So the writing was on the wall that California was going in the wrong direction from where we really wanted to be as a family, and really just as um, a individual who has rights to protect ourselves and our families. And so we kind of saw that it was time for us to leave. But what happened in 2020 definitely pushed us along in that direction for sure.
Well, I'm glad that you guys moved here. There's a lot of freedom-minded folks in Central Texas I've found, but the rolling hills in Austin, they kind of look like LA a little bit. Like you got that, the culture of art and music and even film making
Mhm.
in Central Texas. So hopefully it wasn't too abrupt of a transition.
Yeah, no, it was actually amazing. We were so grateful to move to Texas and to be welcomed by so many more like-minded community. We were living in a place called Ojai, California at the time, and this is supposed to be the mecca of consciousness and oneness and love, and a lot of people go there to go on retreats and healing and all of these things. And it was really sad. Our whole community turned on us after we released Plandemic, and they really just wanted us to get kicked out of the town. Essentially, there was a petition that was started on Facebook that we should leave, and so that was that was a
Oh my
really
God.
um, crazy thing to go through. And everything happens for a reason, and we wanted to leave anyways, really. So we're like, okay, well,
God
just
has
another
spoken to go.
just another reason. And so luckily we had some amazing actually a couple of friends that lived in this area, in the Austin area, and they were like, come, come and see what's going on here. And so we were like, okay, let's go. I mean, we know we need to go find somewhere. And we were actually on a 5-state tour. We were going to go to South
Oh, wow.
Dakota, we were going to go to Tennessee, we were going to go to Florida, we were going to go to all these places, all the free states, right? The
Yeah, those
states that
are.
were right.
That's true. There's
And
like Florida, Tennessee, yep, the Texas, those are always like the top of the list.
yeah, South Dakota actually, which is
South Dakota, I was surprised by that one when you said that.
yeah, well, it's interesting because that's where I grew up. I grew up in
Oh,
North
okay.
Dakota and South Dakota. Yeah, Rapid City, South Dakota. That's where I grew up. I love it. It's beautiful, actually. And so I was like,
That's
okay, well, I guess
really
let's go check that out. But yeah, and then so we decided to hop in our van. Actually, after Plandemic 2 came out, which was September, I believe, or maybe it was August of 2020 was Plandemic 2 came out. And I told Mickey, let's hop in the van and let's just go. And so we basically drove into Texas, and we were absolutely welcomed with open arms, which was completely opposite of where we came from. So,
yeah,
uh,
seriously, so warm versus in California, that cold treatment, and I think it's, like, the fear too, like, that must've been really traumatic for you guys because everyone in that community maybe was just afraid and, like, what the information you were putting out there was so different than everything they've been brainwashed or, like, hearing on the news, like, that's kinda shocking, and it's like, "Oh, I don't wanna understand, I'd rather just push that narrative away because it helps to, make me feel more comfortable with everything that I believe." But when you guys like that movie though, the documentaries really had a really big impact, and I love that the 3rd one especially was really focused on solutions, like, for folks who haven't seen the documentaries before, do you wanna dive a little deeper into, like, why was it so controversial and, like, how can they watch the documentaries if they haven't seen it or,
yes,
the process for just introducing to the pandemic, different 3 different
yes, 3
documentaries.
different, exactly. So the first Plandemic, like I said, came out May 4th, 2020, and that was because of Dr. Judy Mikovits, amazing, amazing woman who's been standing up for truth for a very long time and was attacked for it. Um, so that was 26 minutes, and because of the people, and I think this is really indicative of where you know how powerful truth is at that time. Even though everything went against the mainstream narrative, there's just something about truth that when you feel it, you just feel it in your body. You feel it intuitively, and that film went around the world and has currently been seen by over 1 billion people, and it's the most seen and censored documentary ever made, which is pretty amazing. But that was only because of the power of the people, and so it's incredible. And so that really, went out there, and that was breaking down, what was really going on, like that this thing that was, out in the world impacting people. There's just a lot more to it. It wasn't just a simple, this virus that just came out of nowhere, and was really just wreaking havoc on the whole world. I mean, the whole world was orchestrated all at once.
Yeah.
And it was really, breaking down that there was an event that occurred, before the pandemic was announced. It was a simulation in 2019, 2019, Event 201. You can look it up.
Yeah. So crazy.
And yes, and so that's really, it was just like a short snapshot of really what was going on. And then number two is when we introduced Dr. David Martin, who's just an incredible, brilliant man who was really about following the patents and the money. And also we dove into how the mainstream media really controlled the masses with all this propaganda, and so that was like a further look behind the curtain. So we just went deeper with that film, and that was a longer film. And then number three, which just came out this year, is really about the larger agenda at hand. The what the pandemic was used to further along the agenda of further control and authoritarianism, and so it goes really deep into the broader scope, and how the whole world could have been hypnotized,
Yeah.
and just follow along, and even just the institutions and the hospitals, and because I think so many people are like, how did this happen? How did this
Mhm.
happen? But it's been um, this incremental way of indoctrination and propaganda, and um, influence of media and social media and what's happening in our schools to our young people. So it really touches upon that, and that's called The Great Awakening. And so you can watch all three of these films at plandemicseries.com. And if you haven't seen them yet, please do, because I think it can be very enlightening for people who just need all of those puzzle pieces to be put together, because there's so many of them. Plandemic series. I saw that you put a link there. Not screening, plandemicseries.com.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. Plandemicseries.com. Yeah. And all the movies are for free. And so, again, that's also why I think the series has been viewed by more than 1 billion people, is because what we do is we create these films for the people, and it's all donation based. So all of the funding was all donations, and so that is how we can surpass all the gatekeepers and just give this information back to the people, because essentially it's been hidden and stolen from them. And so we want it to be free for everybody.
Yeah, The Great Awakening, that one was so in depth and so much great information. But I think also what, like, my biggest takeaway personally was the acknowledgement of like this consciousness shift, and almost like some people are so caught up in the trauma that they endured and experienced through the pandemic, and losing loved ones, and maybe
Mhm.
getting sick themselves, or losing a job, or having travel restricted. But overcoming and, really focusing on this new earth. Like, do we want to go back to normal? Like, what are we going back to normal to? Like, why not, focus on these solutions and creating this more beautiful alternative type of world? And that response is based on having a stronger immune system and not necessarily the preventative approach of just staying locked down or staying in your house,
Mhm.
but like, you have a background in natural products, right? In holistic health. Like, what, why the messaging was never like, how do we become more healthy so we have stronger immune systems? It was like, don't get vitamin D, don't go outside your house, like, don't get sunlight, don't shift your diet, just stay inside and, like, kind of binge watch Netflix. It seemed like was the way that a lot of this was handled through the lockdown kind of protocols. Like, what do you think
Yeah.
folks can do to, like, shift so that they have a strong immune system so that they don't have to go through, if they do get sick, the same symptoms or as horrible of symptoms? But you
Mhm.
have the fierce immunity supplements, right? If you care to share about that or your background in natural products and holistic health and why that wasn't really a solution discussed so much in the mainstream.
Yes. Well, I think they just really directed us to do everything absolute opposite of what was more natural, and um, I think there's just been an attack on our natural immunity and the power of our own bodies for a very long time. I mean, we're constantly being poisoned every which way through our food, through
Yeah.
processed food, through whatever is being sprayed in the air or in our soil, our water. Just all of it for so
Yeah.
long. And again, it's just like this propaganda machine, like, oh, this processed food's so much easier and so much more convenient. Everything's just so much more convenient. And also, I think in the lockdowns too, they're like, well, let's just keep the liquor stores open and some
Yeah.
fast food, places can stay open and all this, and exactly completely going against what is healthier for your body. And, it's just all really an attack. And so I've always been drawn to and connected to natural ways of healing. And I'm not saying like all Western medicine is out the window, because it has its place when you really need it. If there's something acute, if you get your arm cut off, you're going to want some Western medicine there. But most of the time, you can really just strengthen your whole body and your natural immune system through eating good, exercising, having a good mindset, being positive, and living in joy and in connection with your family. And so that's just so important. And so through this whole ordeal, we've really been able to connect with amazing people, amazing doctors, amazing scientists, through all of the research and all of the interviews that Mickey has done. And we came across these just absolute incredible formulators and scientists. And one of them's name is Dr. Anton Fleury, and he's just an absolute genius. Um, and also a woman named Shama, and they basically came across. They used to work for big pharma, the big companies
Mm.
in the pharmaceutical industry, and then they realized this is actually not going to be. This is not helping people. They discovered what was really going on, and so they walked away from that, and they really wanted to go move into more nutraceuticals. And so Dr. Anton Fleury actually created this incredible technology that basically it goes over, tests thousands of ingredients across the whole human genome and your whole body systems. And what they came up with to really restoring and what was the most efficient for your immune system were these 5 ingredients. Yes, exactly. There they are. They're amazing. These 5 ingredients together: vitamin D, zinc, quercetin, hesperidin, and L-arginine. Yep, exactly. That's our website, getfiercenow.com. So thank goodness. I just am so grateful. I feel absolutely blown away and so grateful that we have created something like this, because really, we wanted to only create something that wasn't just an immune booster, right? You always hear about these immune boosters, but we really wanted something that could help restore your immune system. And we've been getting so many incredible testimonials of people who have been challenged with long COVID. And literally, it's just been incredible that this specific formula, exactly, that if you go back to that, it says like there's this intelligence code between these five ingredients. When they work together, they create specific, they work a specific way in your body that really helps restore your immune system and not just boost it. And I can tell you that I've been using this product, and I'm just not saying this because it's mine, but I have felt amazing. And honestly, when we were working on the Great Awakening, usually when you work on a project, on a production, it's really stressful. You have to meet a deadline.
Yep.
Normally, one of our crew like gets sick or somebody just goes down, and and you really can't have that happen, right? And you're working like 16-hour days. It's crazy. You're just basically just working your system to its max, and usually somebody gets sick. But I swear this was the first time, because we had this product, everybody really stayed healthy, and we made it through to the premiere. But it's really, really, really been incredible. And another thing too about these five ingredients, usually before we created this supplement, we have like a huge medicine cabinet, and it had like a bottle of vitamin D, a bottle of zinc, a bottle of quercetin,
Yep.
a bottle of all of these different things. And so literally I was taking like a handful of supplements. I know so many people are like that, and literally now I just take three of the golden pills a day, and I feel just incredible. And and so do my kids too. I give it to my kids, and so everybody's just stayed really healthy, and so grateful for it. But going back to the technology that I was talking about, that Dr. Fleury had created. So it was tested across all of the human genome and systems of the body, and really these five ingredients came up, were the most efficient and helpful to help restore your immune system. And so many people need that right now. So anyways, that's Fierce Immunity, and we're just so grateful to have it. And you've tried it too, right? You and your
Yeah,
family.
actually, I have a bottle with me right now. So it's funny because you were saying like when you're working so much and you're just like doing these long days, like we have the same thing here at Live Free Academy when we do offers or when we're, go, like really working on an event. Like I know you and Mickey came out to our event, the Greater Reset, and
Mhm.
you know what it's like when we're running around like chickens with our head cut off, like, oh, is the mic working and the cameras and blah, blah. So I can totally relate because you really can't afford to be sick. And I'm sure a lot of
Right.
people watching have experienced that as well, where it's like, oh my gosh, I literally just got sick the one day that I'm like really needing to perform. But no, actually, we have been enjoying the supplements also because in June we went to the screening, the Plandemic screening in Austin, and we got to take home a few VIP bags, and so we got
Yeah.
to hook up. But then more recently, we had the collaboration too for folks who are participating in our health summit. And thank you also, by the way, we're excited to have Mickey present during the health summit.
Mhm.
But part of that overlap was nice because like folks are engaging in this 30-day health challenge and they're wanting to, really focus on diet and exercise, but and
Mhm.
start the year off right in 2024. And
Yes.
I can share more about the health challenge later, but I thought it was really nice of you guys to partner with us because when people sign up, now they can also wake up in the morning and have those good energy levels and help to avoid, coming down with a cold or getting sick, and really, enjoying the supplements, like you said, instead of having to take 5 million different every single morning, like from different bottles. It is really convenient and kind of a sigh of relief when you are busy or when you are wanting to focus on immune support, to just have it in one product. So that's been really, really nice for us, to a game changer.
Yes, a game changer, absolutely. And because we are doing the work that we're doing too, and you and your husband, you guys are amazing. I love everything that you're doing and what you're creating for community, and it's just so much, and people can't do their best work in
Yeah.
this life if they are having a challenge with their health, right?
Yeah.
And that's also why we're being attacked so much, because they want us, they want our systems weakened, they want us to be on pharmaceuticals, they want us to rely and depend upon them, right? So it's really about self-empowerment, and sovereignty. We want to be sovereign in our health. We want to be able to provide for our own families, and grow our own food, and live in community and be in community, and be able to be the best that we can be, because that's really the only way that we can live our best lives, and support our families and everything like that. And so we have to have good health, because if you don't have good health, then you don't have anything really.
Nothing.
Everything else
Yeah.
is a challenge from there. And so that's why it's so important to take care of ourselves. And yeah, also I wanted to mention that right now, because of the holidays, if you order, during this holiday season, there's a little surprise after you put an order into your cart. But we are giving a free bottle with every order, and you can share that with somebody you love, or you can keep it for yourself so you could stay stocked up. But we just really want to get this out there to as many people as possible, to help as many people as possible. So,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, look at that.
It's a gift for the holidays. Hey, and
Yeah.
also, I just realized we have some questions rolling in. So David was asking if you have the peer-reviewed double-blind studies for this product. It's a very specific question.
Yeah. Currently, we do not have. Well, yeah. Currently, we do not have that. Peer-reviewed blood. All we have is just the incredible, testimonials that are flooding in and coming in. So we do have those.
I can
It's
see
not. We're
from
not
my
like a.
too, it helps.
What's
Lots of
that?
testimonials on the website. I was just saying from personal experience and anecdotal experience, but there are, David, some testimonials here. For instance, if you're looking at the website, which again, it's getfiercenow.com. There are a variety of different testimonials and people speaking about their experience utilizing the supplements.
Yes. Let's see.
What about folks who were, in the height of everything, kind of afraid, and they felt pressured to take the injection? Like, do you think that this would maybe help if they're having or even like from long COVID symptoms?
Well, definitely we've had people give us testimonials about long COVID specifically. And it's just been amazing. We're so, so grateful that people have had wonderful results with it through, people who have been dealing with long COVID. Kind of miraculous results. It's crazy. I know that we can't make any medical claims or anything like that. We're not making any claims. This is just people's personal experiences with it. And one of my friends sent me a message and said she was, dealing with not being able to breathe, not being able to, she had to have an inhaler. She was really fatigued, all of these kinds of symptoms. And she started to take it, and she got off of all of her meds and all of what she needed to
Wow.
take. I was like, wow, that is so incredible. And, obviously people who have got the jab, and it's really impacted their immune system. So this helps restore what has happened. And so it can't not, it can't be worse than what has already happened to their system. Absolutely. It helps to repair and restore. And so you want to have a full strong immune system. And when you do that, then your body can really heal itself. And so the more that you can just give your body what it needs, right? I love, David, what you're saying, you love to push growing your own food. Yes, it's so important. to be able to grow your own food and support yourself. And so that also supports your natural immune system. So unfortunately, I know I've heard some people say, like, well, do I have to take this forever and all the time? Well, maybe not. You have to work with your body. But for me, it's like, because unfortunately we're getting attacked by all sides, unless you're in like this absolute bubble of purity, we have to give our bodies some additional support, and also with eating healthy and eating, if you could eat out of your own garden all the time, that would be amazing. And get all the vitamins that you need. But so many people, it's really, really challenging to do that. So, so when you can have some support like this in a supplement or a product, then that's really going to help your body.
I remember too, in like the height of the pandemic, there was this like, I don't know, suppression of the message, hey, take zinc, like take your certain. It was like so controversial to suggest taking vitamins. Like, come on, it's just like, let's have some common sense. Like, let's, band together and do what we know can help to strengthen the immune system. But it was a pain in the butt to have to use like the vitamin C, vitamin D, like all the different vitamins every day. So it's nice having it all in one. And then we're also giving away a bottle of the Fierce Immunity for our 30-day health challenge with Live Free Academy. Thank you, Nadia, by the way, for partnering with us on that. But I just wanted to real quick share with everyone what that's all about. So hopefully you can start 2024 off right. January 2nd, no excuses, y'all. We're diving right into it. Like Nadia was saying, there's nothing more important than your health. And so I hope you'll join me, Ryan, and John, and many others from our Live Free Academy community for the 30-day health challenge. I'm going to go ahead and post this link in the comments. And if you follow me on social media, I'm sure you've seen me posting about it manically because I want to get the word out there. But I actually had a health struggle this year that was pretty scary. I'm not going to lie. And it really put things into perspective with it's not even about your age, your energy levels. Like anything can happen at any time. And so really focusing on your health every day and really making that part of your regimen is so important. And they say it takes over 20 days to create a new habit. So we're going to do this for 30 days, start 2024 off right. There are still a few bottles left of the Fierce Immunity. We're giving away the first 100 people who sign up, get a complimentary bottle. And like Nadia was saying, woohoo is right. And then you can also, get the BOGO deal, the buy one, get one deal on their website. But ultimately, I think it's really good to just, get into those habits and making sure that you're taking the time to take care of yourself because we have a lot of work to do in this world, a lot of beautiful work to do. And it's fun, it's exciting, but it can also be hard and challenging. And so really goes a long way to take those extra steps every day to, heal thyself, heal the planet. But yay.
Yeah, and that's wonderful. I'm so glad that you're doing this 30-day challenge because it's so great to do as a community too. Sometimes
Yes.
it's hard to do it on your own, and again, how important community is right now, and to be able to be supported in living your best life and really thriving. And I know, especially as moms, that's another reason why we have to stay healthy, because besides being business women and building community, we're also the more, one of my most important jobs on this planet is to be a mom. And that's basically never ending. And you don't have time off from
I
that.
saw an article recently that was like, being a full-time mom is 2.5 times harder than having the normal full-time job. Like, that and running your own business is fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
And good too for the kiddos, like if they're in a homeschool co-op or if they go to a normal school or even if they're in sports and stuff, like there's so much that goes around and, lots of good reasons to give that opportunity for kiddos as well to boost their immune system and get in that rhythm of taking care of themselves. Um,
mhm.
but yeah, I'm excited for the health challenge also. Like you said, it's important to have community. Like me personally, I can personally attest to that. Like if I go to a group fitness class, I always work harder than if I just
Yeah.
go to the gym by myself.
It's so
So
true.
and we're starting a freedom cell group. So everyone who signs up, we've already got them linked up on the Freedom Cell website so that we have a message thread there and everyone can post, hey, here's what I did for my meal prep today, or I already knocked my exercise that Ryan assigned today. So Ryan's leading the forefront of this health challenge, and he's using some of the methods that he's experienced personally, losing tons of weight. This year, he really, focused on his health, and it was so effective. That's why he wanted to share it with all of our Live Free Academy peeps, because he's like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. So he's going to be leading that and sharing with us what's worked well for him. His before and after picture also is on the website, so you got to check that out. And then Juliet, let's see, Juliet, what is
And
she saying
coupon.
here?
Okay.
Just downloaded the links and coupon. You are welcome, Juliet. Thank you for doing so. I'm glad that that worked for you. And yeah, anything else, Nadia, that you want to share? I know we've been going here a little over 30 minutes, and I so appreciate your time. But
It's all
any
good.
closing thoughts or things that you're feeling passionate about to
Oh gosh,
share with the audience?
there's so many things, and maybe we can jump on, again once our other projects are coming out, but we have some really awesome new projects coming out. But one of the things that is really exciting is that we're gonna be releasing Plandemic, the musical. It's a
Well,
short film, a short musical, and it's really, really fun, and I think everybody's gonna love it. So, can't wait to launch
what does
that,
that
and
entail? It's like actually people singing and dancing and stuff.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like a little narrative, story, and, I think that everybody's really gonna love it, and, you know, because things have just been so dark and so again, just we're getting attacked by, in all directions, and including our art. Our art and our music and media has gone so dark and so sinister, and it's like, no, we want to bring light, we want to bring positivity, we want to
Yes.
bring love and unity, and it's really like this new renaissance that's being created, and it's so important for us to take our power back in the arts as well. And so that's what we're doing, and we're super excited to be releasing that soon. So I'll let you know, and you can share that with your community.
Awesome. And for everyone who wants to keep up with Nadia's work, what's the best way for folks to find you? Like, I know you post on the Plandemic Telegram page.
Yes.
That's always getting some good action. But any other websites or things I could type in or email?
Definitely just plandemicseries.com again. You can sign up for our newsletter, and that's the best way to keep track of all of our projects. We have we have several other films that are going to be coming out as well, and then our Telegram channel, which I think it's at official Plandemic. Oh my gosh, I should know
Yeah,
this.
that I
Is that what
think
it
that
is?
sounds right. There's a lot of people on that page too. So there's a lot of good audience that you guys have built out who are like ready for this information. And it's so cool that you're continuing to share through creative mechanisms like this musical. I can't wait to see this.
Yes. Yes.
That's epic. I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining today. I'm so grateful for your time. I pray that you have a very Merry Christmas, a very Happy New Year. And for folks who would like the contact info, please do reference plandemicseries.com for the newsletter to keep up with Nadia, and also just see all the great work, and maybe even watch some of the movies tonight, since we're all probably gonna have time off of work this weekend and slowing down for the holidays. So
Yes.
um and share it with your family, because nobody likes to sit around the dinner table and not have controversial topics discussed, right? So this is the perfect opportunity and timing.
Sure. Well, thank you so much, Rebecca. Thank you for all that you do,
Absolutely.
and I'm really, really grateful to join you. Thanks for inviting me, and Merry Christmas to you
Yes.
too.
Likewise. Thank you for all that you do. And I pray you have a happy holiday season.
You
All
too.
right, signing off here. Thank you all so much for joining. I can't believe it's already been episode 8. I just was like, you know what? I'm going to start doing a weekly podcast and featuring badass women, sharing great projects they're working on and how they're putting their light and nurturing energy out there to the world. I couldn't be more thrilled that Nadia joined us this week. And it was actually a very timely interview as well, because we are doing this cool collaboration for the 30-day health challenge and featuring fierce immunity. So make sure that you sign up so that you will have your bottle shipped out to you for the first 100 people. We also have that great promo code. It's the Health Summit promo code. And then it sounds like you even get buy one, get one for the holidays. So this is great timing. But let me just pull that up real quick. So it looks like it's the Health Summit, all one word. And then the BOGO, buy one, get one, I think is just around for the Christmas holiday. So make sure you act fast on that. I've actually been enjoying this supplement myself. And like Nadia said, it's really nice to have all of these great things in one bottle. So you don't have to have your cabinet overflowing and vitamins like spilling everywhere. So really nice that this was created, and we should all take the opportunity to enhance our immune systems, especially now that the winter solstice is approaching in 2 days. Yay. But anyway, I'm really grateful for you all watching and tuning in. I can't encourage you enough to go watch the Plandemic documentaries if you haven't already. The Great Awakening also, it is amazing. Like, I couldn't believe all of the great information that was shared, and it just totally blew my mind. And so if you're looking for a way to spend the weekend and, to enjoy and learn and also be entertained, apparently a musical is coming out soon too. So you can't go wrong. But awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I encourage you to join me and our Live Free Academy community for the 30-day health challenge. The offer actually ends tomorrow. So this is your last chance to sign up. It's going to be found at this website. Of course, you can also check out all of my social media posts on Live Free with Rebecca Bush, and I'm blasting it and sharing great memes, all to inspire folks to participate in the health challenge. And I hope that you'll join us, because there's nothing more important than us really banding together and focusing on our health so that we can share our gifts with the world. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a great holiday. Next week, we're going to have Kelly Kresnick with New Earth Development. We will be sharing about regenerative development, building out intentional communities, eco-villages, and growing our own food through permaculture methods. Thanks, y'all. Signing off now.